Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to thank you all for joining us for this very unusual closing to probably the most unusual year we have ever experienced as a school district or as educators. Before I share my remarks to close the end of the year, I do want to acknowledge 3 retirees. They could not be here today in person for various reasons, but we still want to take a moment to announce or acknowledge them. The first is Kathleen Kennedy. She's a special education team teacher at the high school since 1999. And she has been a valued member of the special education team for many years as a paraprofessional. She has served in a variety of roles, working with students with disabilities, and she develops strong and positive relationships with staff, students, and parents. She is truly an advocate for our students, and the team will miss her immensely. Also wanted to take a moment to acknowledge Dave Eufelder. He's worked for us since 1997. David has been a valuable member of the Sanborn community for 7 years. As a school counselor, he's worked to support students socially, emotionally, and academically while being a collaborative member of the school community. We thank David for his years of service and wish him well. And finally, Mark Mcclellan has been with us since 2006 as a groundskeeper. Mark's a very hardworking and dedicated employee with a quiet tenacity that got every job done in a superb and timely manner. I just want to thank all of you for your service, and there are gifts for you available at the central office. And we all as a Sanborn community wish you well. In closing, I don't want to belabor today. There's plenty to do, and I think I can summarize the year by simply saying we did it. We made it to the end, and it was not easy. It has not been an easy 16 months. It's probably been the most challenging 16 months educators have faced in the last 100 years since the Spanish flu of 1918. I just wanted to thank everyone for their tireless hard work, and I mean literally everyone, custodians, teachers, paraprofessionals, secretaries, administrative assistants, everybody. There isn't a single person in this district who hasn't had to work really hard, overcome their own fears and challenges, and solve really complex problems in order for our district to function. We are incredibly grateful for everything that you've done. It is our hope that the fall will look a lot more normal. A lot of places are already putting out guidance about social distancing and masking for the fall. I am extremely optimistic that we will have a much more normal school year next year. We will continue to follow the guidance from the CDC as we have. Already that guidance is showing a response to students being vaccinated in grades 7 through 12 with trials going on for younger students. So we certainly hope that in the fall we will be able to be mask optional, but we can't announce or make any decisions about this yet until we hear what the CDC decides over the next 6 to 8 weeks. So I just wanted to give you a preview of what you can expect over the next 8 to 10 weeks. I would expect that for the next few weeks, we're doing some hiring at the central office. We will be working with administrators to make sure that all positions are filled for the school year next year. And then for most of the month of July, I'm expecting that things are going to be relatively quiet. Many people will be taking time off. I've encouraged the administrative team to take significant time off during late June and early to mid-July, because honestly, with the pandemic still kind of hopefully coming to a close, that we'll still have a lot of work to do in August to prepare for the school year, depending on what the CDC says. We are working on a draft of a strategic plan, which I know many of you know. I've met with many staff members and students. And within that strategic plan, there will be a capital improvement component for the buildings, the grounds, and whatnot. And then there will also be a component of the plan for academics. And once we have a draft ready, we'll be sharing it with everyone to get feedback and review. This is a pretty long process, and there will be a lot of times that we'll ask people for feedback. So we're just really at the beginning of that process. Our goal is to have it completed and adopted by the end of May next year. So it's pretty much a 12-month timeline. We'll be sharing a lot more information about that, the meetings and the timelines throughout the summer and specifically at the beginning of next year. I did just want to close the year by saying I truly wish for you that all of you can go home and have a wonderful, relaxing summer and reflect on the hard work that you did this year. And I sincerely hope that you go home feeling good about it. We did it. We made it through this year with our students in school for the majority of the year, 5 days a week, with a very small population remote. And by early May, we had brought almost everyone back. And I can't thank you enough for those of you who juggled remote and in-person instruction, the people who reached out to kids to try to make sure they were safe, the folks who provided families with food, which we will continue to do as long as we can. There's no words except gratitude, and words really aren't enough. So I'll leave it at that. So I wanted to thank you one last time, and I hope that you have a fantastic break. And if you have any questions, check in with your building admins or shoot me an email. We'll try to get back to you. But just know the email response times in July will be much slower than normal from everyone. All right. Thank you very much. Have a great summer. Bye.